Computer. All right, all right, all right. And here we are, Social D Theater with Hassan El-Amin and friends. And I am excited, delighted. I am thrilled. I am actually blown away. I'm giddy because I have with me today Melissa Chalsma. Just to give you some background, Melissa and I attended the same graduate program, University of Delaware. We got our master's degree. We graduated in 1992. Hi, Melissa. How are you?
Hi, I'm well. How are you?
I'm wonderful. I want to thank you, first of all, for agreeing to be here, agreeing to do this.
Thank you. I was extremely honored to be in.
Again, I followed the spirit. The spirit, I was like, I would love to do the life and death of Richard III. And I was like, and your name, your image popped in my head. And I said, let me reach out. What you guys need to know is that Miss Melissa Chalsma is film, stage, television actress. Yeah, but you are.
Really stage, I think.
She's also, what, the co-founder and artistic director of Independent Shakespeare Company. Tell me about that.
Right. So Independent Shakespeare Company, I founded with my husband, and we started in New York pretty soon after we graduated, because like a lot of actors, we weren't working as much as we thought we wanted to be able to work. And we were noticing that when we did get jobs, sometimes we complained, and then we thought, wait, maybe we should just do it ourselves and see if we can do it as well as we think we can, or, and sometimes we have failed miserably at doing things as well as we think we could, but every year we learn more, we grow more, we hope get better at our job and our work. And we started in New York, and really about 18 years ago, we moved out to California and continued our work here in Los Angeles. And now we have an indoor space where we develop new places, but then we have a Shakespeare Festival in Griffith Park, and that's where we perform our shows, and they're free, like so many Shakespeare festivals across the country, doing free Shakespeare.
Oh, cool. I understand that you guys average around 40,000 people every summer. Is that true?
Yeah, yes. A little more than 40,000, I think, has been, past couple summers has been our average. And it's really neat because we don't have any seating. So it's just that very, informal. You bring your picnic, you bring your blanket. Some people bring chairs, and in space. LA is kind of a funny theater town in that people aren't really used to going to theater during the week. So if you come see a show on a Wednesday night in the park, there might be 300 people. And if you came back on Saturday, there might be 2,000. It's kind of really interesting as an actor that some nights you're kind of in this much intimate experience, and then some this broader one. So it's definitely there's always a surprise.
Yes. You guys have to realize that Melissa and I have not seen each other since we graduated. So that's 28.
And I'm not wearing my glasses, so I can't really see you now.
Well, I have to wear mine, or I can't see at all. That's where I am now. So I let them know we're reading. We are reading. So we're going to read a scene from William Shakespeare's The Life and Death of Richard III. You ready?
I am ready.
Let's do it.
All right. Okay. Set down your honorable load, if honor may be shrouded in a hurt. Will a while seriously lament the untimely fall of virtuous Lancaster. Poor, key-cold figure of a holy king, pale ashes of the house of Lancaster, thou bloodless remnant of that royal blood, be it lawful that I invocate thy ghost to hear the lamentations of poor Anne, wife to thy Edward, to thy slaughtered son, stabbed by the self-same hand that made these wounds. Lo, in the windows that let forth thy life, I pour the helpless balm of my poor eyes. Cursed be the hand that made fatal holes. Cursed be the heart that had the heart to do it. Cursed the blood that let this blood hence. More dire hap betide hated wretch that makes us wretched the death of thee than I can wish adders, spiders, toads, or any creeping venomed thing that lives. If ever he have child, abortive be it, prodigious and untimely brought to light, whose ugly and unnatural aspect may fix the hopeful mother at the view, and that be to his unhappiness. If ever he have wife, let her be made as miserable by the death of him as I am made by my poor lord.
Stay,
And to thee,
you that bear the course, and set it down.
what black magician conjures up this fiend to stop devoted charitable deeds? Avaunt, thou dreadful minister of hell! That's but power over his mortal body. His soul thou canst not have, therefore be gone.
Sweet saint, for charity, be not so cursed.
Foul devil, for God's sake, hence and trouble us not. For thou hast made the happy earth thy hell, filled it with cursed cries and deep exclaims. Thou delight to view heinous deeds, behold this pattern of thy butcheries. Gentlemen, see, dead Henry's wounds open their congealed mouth and bleed afresh. Blush, thou lump of foul deformity, for 'tis thy presence that exhales this blood from cold and empty veins where no God dwells. Thy deed, inhuman and unnatural, provokes this deluge most unnatural. O God, which this blood made, revenge his death. O earth, which this blood drinks, revenge his death. Either heaven with light strike the murderer dead, or heap open wide and eat him quick, as thou dost swallow up this good king's blood. His hell God are abhorred.
Lady, you know no rules of charity, which renders good for bad, blessings for curses?
Villain, thou know'st no law of God or man. No beast so fierce but knows some touch of pity.
But I know none, and therefore am no beast.
Oh, wonderful when devils tell the truth.
More wonderful when angels are so angry. Vouchsafe, divine perfection of a woman, of these supposed evils to give me leave by circumstance, but to acquit myself.
Vouchsafe diffused infection of a man for these known evils, but to give me leave by circumstance to curse itself.
Fairer than tongue can name thee. Let me have some patient leisure to excuse myself.
Fouler than heart can think thee, thou canst make no excuse, but to hang thyself.
By such despair I should accuse myself.
And by despairing shouldst thou stand excuse, doing worthy vengeance on thyself, which didst unworthy slaughter upon others.
Say that I slew them not.
Why then they are not dead, but dead they are, and devilish slave by thee.
I did not kill your husband.
Why then he is alive.
Nay, he is dead, and slain by Edward's hand.
In thy foul throat thou liest. Queen Margaret saw thy murderous smoking in his blood, the which thou once didst bend against her breast, but that thy brothers beat aside the point.
I was provoked by her slanderous tongue, which laid their guilt upon my guiltless shoulders.
Thou wast provoked by thy bloody mind, which never dreamt on aught but butcheries. Didst thou not kill this king?
I grant thee.
Dost grant me, hedgehog? Then God grant me too. Thou mayst be damned for that wicked deed. Oh, he was gentle, mild, and virtuous.
Fitter for the King of heaven that hath him.
He is in heaven, where thou shalt never come.
Let him thank me that helped to send him thither, for he was fitter for that place than earth.
And thou unfit for any place but hell.
Yes, one place else, if you will hear me name it.
Some dungeon.
Your bedchamber.
Ill rest betide the chamber where thou liest.
So will it, madam, till I lie with you.
I hope so.
I know so. But gentle Lady Anne, to leave this keen encounter of our wits and fall somewhat into a slower method, is not the causer of the timeless death of these Plantagenets, Henry and Edward, as blameful as the executioner?
Thou art the cause and most accursed effect.
Your beauty was the cause of that effect. Your beauty, which did haunt me in my sleep, to undertake the death of all the world, so I might live 1 hour in your sweet bosom.
I thought that, I tell thee, homicide. These names should rend that be from my cheeks.
These eyes could never induce sweet beauty's rack. You should not blemish it if I stood by. As all this world is cheered by the sun, so I by that. It is my day, my life.
Black night o'ershade thy day, and death thy life.
Curse not thyself, fair creature, thou art both.
I would I were to be revenged on thee.
It is a quarrel most unnatural, to be revenged on him that loveth you?
It is a quarrel, just and reasonable, to be revenged on him that slew my husband.
He that bereft thee, lady, of thy husband, did it to help thee to a better husband.
His better does not breathe upon the earth.
He lives that loves thee better than he could.
Name him.
Plantagenet.
Why, that was he.
Self same name, but one of better nature.
Where is he?
Here. Why dost thou spit at me?
Would it were mortal poison for thy sake.
Never came poison from so sweet a place.
Never hung poison on a foul toad. Out of my sight thou must infect my eyes.
Thine eyes, sweet lady, have infected mine.
Would they were basilisks to strike thee dead.
I would they were, that I might die at once. For now they kill me with a living death. Those eyes of thine from mine have drawn salt tears, shamed their aspect with stores of childish drop. These eyes that never shed remorseful tears, thy beauty hath made them blind with weeping. I never sued to friend nor enemy. My tongue could never learn sweet smoothing words, but now thy beauty is proposed my fee. My proud heart sues and prompts my tongue to speak. Teach not thy lips such scorn, for they were made for kissing, lady, not for such contempt. If thy revenged heart cannot forgive, lo, here, I lend thee this sharp-pointed sword, which, if thou please to hide in this true bosom, and let the soul forth that adoreth thee, I lay it naked to the deadly stroke, and humbly beg the death upon my knee. Nay, do not pause, for I did kill King Henry, but was thy beauty that provoked me. Nay, now dispatch. 'Twas I that stabbed young Edward, but was thy heavenly face that set me on. Take up the sword again, or take up me. Then bid me kill myself, and I will do it.
I have already.
Tush, that was in thy rage. Speak it again, and even with the word, that hand, which for thy love did kill thy love, shall for thy love kill a far truer love. To both their death thou shalt be accessory.
I would I knew thy heart.
Just figured in my tongue.
Fear me both are false.
Then never man was true.
But put up your sword.
Say then, my peace is made.
That you shall know hereafter.
But shall I live in hope?
All men, my hope, live so.
Vouchsafe to wear this ring.
To take is not to give.
Look, how my ring encompasses thy finger. Even so thy breast encloseth my poor heart. Wear both of them, for both of them are thine. And if thy poor devoted suppliant may but beg one favor at thy gracious hand, thou dost confirm his happiness forever.
What is it?
That it would please thee, leave these sad designs to him that hath more cause to be a mourner, and presently repair to Crosby Place, where, after I have solemnly entered a Chertsey monastery, this noble king, and wet his grave with my repentant tears, I will with all expedient duty see you. I beseech you, grant me this boon.
With all my heart. And much it joys me too, to see you are become so penitent.
Bid me farewell.
'Tis more than you deserve. But since you teach me how to flatter you, imagine I have said farewell already.
Was ever woman in this humor wooed? Was ever woman in this humor won? I'll have her, but I will not keep her long. What? I that killed her husband and his father, to take her in her heart's extremest hate, with curses in her mouth, tears in her eyes, the bleeding witness of her hatred by, having God, her conscience, and these bars against me, and I nothing to back my suit at all, but the plain devil and dissembling looks, and yet to win her, all the world to nothing. Ha! Hath she forgot already that brave Prince Edward, her lord, whom I some 3 months since stabbed in my angry mood at Tewkesbury, a sweeter and lovelier gentleman, framed in the prodigality of nature, young, valiant, wise, and no doubt right royal, the spacious world cannot again afford. And will she yet debase her eyes on me? I do mistake my person all this while. Upon my life she finds, although I cannot, myself to be a marvelous proper man. I'll be a charge for a looking glass, and entertain some score or two of tailors to study fashion to adorn my body. But first, I'll turn yon fellow into his grave, and then return lamenting to my love. Shine out, fair sun, till I have bought a glass, that I may see my shadow as I pass. Scene!
Yes. my gosh, you're so great. Ah, that speech is amazing.
Yes, it is. This whole play is amazing.
Ah,
I know you've done it before, but somewhere down the line, we're going to do it together.
well, I would love that. I can't believe you haven't played that role. You would be incredible in it. You
Well,
would be
I want to
incredible.
thank you, Miss Melissa Chalsma, for joining me here on Social
Thank
D
you.
Theater. It's truly an honor. I am so thankful that you agreed to be here. It is so wonderful to see you again. You look just
Oh,
the same. You look like baby sis. You haven't
no.
aged today. That's baby sis. She's
Oh.
way younger than me.
I feel like I was I would think I was 20 when I was 20 when I started. So
Yeah.
what was I doing there? How did I think that? I don't know.
You made it work. You made it work.
I had people like you to look up to
Yeah.
help show me how to be.
It was
So
wonderful. We
thank
had a good
you for
time.
that.
And because of that, here we are some 28 years later, still able to connect. So I thank you. I thank you. I thank you.
I thank you, and thank you so much for doing this series. It's
All
fantastic.
right. Wonderful. Bye.
Bye.